Hello and welcome once again to this Red Gaming Tech video where I'm doing this time a first impressions review of Children of Morta, a story-based RPG developed by Dead Mage Studios and published by 11-bit. It is currently £18.49 on the Steam store. But before I go any further into this video, while this is not a sponsored video, I did receive this code for the game for free. So, all that boring stuff out of the way, let's get in. So, you might wonder what you're looking at. This is basically sort of the home hub area, and you unlock more options for you to interact with. As you can see, I'm kind of scrolling around the house at the moment as you go on. So, while this is very much a story-based RPG, it has roguelike elements. So, I think it's best if I just show you what this game is about. Now, this is where you sort of select the dungeon area. I've actually unlocked quite a bit in terms of skills and things that I found on the map and so on and so forth, and you can even unlock new people to play as. So when you start off the game, you have the options of John or Linda. He's sort of the father of the family, she's his daughter, and that's his son. So they each have different playstyles, of course. John is kind of a bit slower, but heavier hitting. She's quite fast, uses a bow and arrow. He's quite fast as well, uses daggers, and kind of has like a really interesting frenzy meter. So I like them all, actually. Linda is my personal favourite. You start off with John, which is why I have the most skill points with him, but I have actually enjoyed playing as Linda quite a bit. So, I've said quite a bit there that you might not be clear on, but I honestly think it's best if I just show you. So, this is the area, once you get past the tutorial, that you'll start off in, but this game does not mess around. It's pretty difficult, and you are kind of expected to... Not expected to die, it's not really the right way to put it, but let me just not get horribly murdered here, that'd be great. That's a lot of enemies right at the start of the game. So, you're not punished that much for dying. Like, the area dungeon does reset. So you will have to rediscover the map and items and obviously try your hand at the boss again. But you still take away this morph that you're picking up, this gold that I'm picking up on the screen, and you use that for your upgrades, and you still retain the skills that you picked up, and you definitely get stronger as you go. And there's undoubtedly new things that I can unlock in the house that will help me in the future that I haven't discovered yet. So, as you can see, I've got a basic attack, which for Linda is her arrow, which can be aimed, and she's also got a AoE like that, which is on a basic cooldown. So you can look at your stats and all that sort of stuff, and you can look at the skills that you've unlocked as well. So, do I have any skill points? Yes, I think so. I have 2. So, I can decrease the stamina. Okay, so the thing is with Linda is you can move and shoot, as you saw, but you might notice a blue bar under my health there. That is my stamina. So, with that skill there, Harmonise, decreased his stamina Linda must consume while moving and shooting. So, basically, I can move and shoot for longer. That sounds pretty useful. Or I can increase the damage of her AoE attack. I can actually get both, I think. So if I get both, I've unlocked this second tier here. So I actually unlocked this briefly before I started recording. This is something that basically benefits the entire family of characters. So entire family's movement speed, and there's a few other bits as well. There's obviously different characters have different things that benefit the family. So it does actually benefit you to play as different characters and at least try and unlock some skills as them, because it can actually, that was actually really dumb, benefit the other characters as well. So the roguelike elements are the fact that the map is randomly generated each time, of course, and obviously the fact that your progress is partially, and I do mean partially, reset each time. It's kind of like a Dead Cells-ish model. And another thing that kind of makes it a bit roguelite-ish, although we'll stress that it is very much mainly an RPG, is the fact that you can get random items and buffs each time you play. At the moment, I've got something that literally means that things don't damage me as much, which is pretty useful, as I'm sure you can imagine, especially as this character does not have as much HP as, say, John, for instance. He has about 150, I believe, off the top of my head. So my first impressions of this game are actually really, really strong. I really like it, even though I'm bad at it. Like, I love it, but I've had to like smash my face against this area for about an hour or so after playing around, and well, not hours actually, it's actually not fair, about 2 hours or so, just kind of messing around with different characters and obviously having a look at the game, playing around with different abilities and that sort of thing. And I will show you some of the other characters as well, depending on how long this takes me. At least briefly, I'll show you one other character. So there's also some cool environmental things as well, like for example this flower, if I shoot it, it will explode. And obviously if I'm standing next to that, that will hurt me as well. But you can use it against the enemies, and the same for the spike traps that you've seen dotted around the place. But as I said, the main focus of this game is a story-based RPG. Now, I will say a lot of the problems that some RPGs have, you know, mainline and I may say mainline, AAA and indie, is the fact that sometimes they'll start off with this huge exponential dump, like setting up the world and like, you know, oh, this world has magic and dragons or whatever it happens to be in that particular game. This game doesn't do that, and I actually love that. It just starts off with basically your grandma having this vision of something terrible, and you're tasked to go and investigate what's going on. And you've got like this entire family of warriors, and it's kind of their duty to sort things out, as it were. And one thing that you haven't actually experienced yet, but you probably will, is the narration. The narration is really, really good. Like, you never see any text bubbles or anything. That's not never, that's not actually true. Very rarely is a better way to say it. See any text bubbles or any characters. It's all done through the narration, and I will say the superb animation as well. So here's something we can pick up. So this is a consumable. If I press down on the D-pad, it will use it and then it will be gone. I'm not going to use it at the moment because I'm at full health, but if I could try and hold on to this for the boss, I think that would be useful. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but I'm going to try. So yeah, the story of this game is really intriguing. Like, the game has a brilliant opening that raises a lot of interesting questions in the player's mind, like, what is this place? What's going on? Who are these people? You know, what is this world? And what is happening to it? And you're kind of exploring along with the characters to see exactly what's happening to the world that they live in. And it has this great spirit of adventure that I really like. Adventure and mystery, as well as just really fun gameplay. And as I said, superb animations, fun combat, difficult combat as well. Or I'm just bad, or maybe both. It's very possible that it's both. And this game has been doing really, really well from what I've been hearing. And to be honest, it very, very much deserves it. Now, we've got a slightly tougher enemy here, so I'm just going to focus for a sec. Okay, he's down, but we still got these guys to worry about. Thankfully, I've still got my obelisk active, which is doing that puff of fire around me, which actually lasts for quite a while. You can unlock a book which basically allows you to upgrade a few different things for all characters, and one of the first upgrades I grabbed was increasing the efficiency of obelisks. So I took that to mean they last longer, and given how long this has been lasting, I think I was on the money. So yeah, there's random events and stuff as well, like you can unlock new characters and stuff like that. Like for example, one of the things I unlocked was a merchant that can randomly appear throughout the game. Now I've only seen him on the 2nd level, which is actually where we are now, so hopefully he'll show up so I can show him to you, and hopefully we'll see a random event as well so I can show you guys that. That would be lovely. That was really bad. I missed completely. I don't want to go too far to the left because there's probably enemies there. I've learned the hard way that pulling a bunch of enemies to you generally results in you dying horribly while cursing loudly at the screen. Just from my personal experience, mind. So, let's try and... Oh, okay, I will say these like giant fat spiders are really annoying because they spawn more of these little ones. But I'm trying to target them and I really can't. I'm taking a bunch of damage trying to do this, but there's thankfully quite a bit of health lying around, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, one thing I haven't actually mentioned is the dodge mechanic. You might have noticed 2 meters underneath my character. They basically represent... It's kind of like a stamina meter, sorry, should I say, but just for dodging. Basically represents how many times I can dodge. If I dodge once, you can see it start to refill. If I dodge again, it will refill from the left side one. So this character, one of her benefits over the others is that, over her father for instance, is that she can dodge twice. John can only dodge once. And she's also quite a bit faster as well, which is why I prefer it. Because John is stronger, say he's a bit more tanky. He has a sword rather than a bow and arrow. But I found her fast-paced movement and the flexibility of more dodges to be quite helpful. But obviously that's why they've kind of got a variety of characters, not only to flesh out the lore and the world, but also to give you plenty of options as you play through the game. So if you decide to do lots of runs, it doesn't get stale. You're not stuck playing the same character with the same abilities all the time. You can very much vary it up. So, oh, okay, we have friends. Let's sort them out. Come on. Okay. I hate those things. They're so annoying. Genuinely so annoying. When there's a lot of them, it's really hard to even reach them because their bloody people are everywhere. Their little spider friends are everywhere. Oh, he's here. If my thing could run out some point soon, that would be great. But it helps me smash these pots, which is good, I guess. But now I don't actually have any money because yes, I'm getting up this morph, but that's not actually what he takes. To the left side of my character's picture, you'll see a little gemstone, and it have 0. That is the currency that he accepts. So you can see this relic, its temporary shield, costs 3. Morph gained, healing. Okay, I can actually not die. That would be helpful. Right, cursed, potion of life. I wouldn't particularly want any of them anyway, but I'm glad he showed up because I had to come across an event where I had to rescue him, for instance. So I can go in there for the boss, but is there anywhere else I want to have a look at first? Yeah, I mean, I haven't really touched the beginning, the top. How is that even close to beginning, brain? Anyway, I haven't really touched the top of the map, or down here actually, so let's go explore a bit more. So it is very much risk-reward. Like, I could go straight for the boss and have a decent amount of health to try and kill it, but, you know, for all I know, there's an amazing item just down here, and it would be really, really helpful to have against the boss. I mean, there probably isn't, but I don't know. I mean, I will say, when I played as Kevin, I think the son's name is, I got ridiculously lucky RNG. Like, RNG just blessed me that day because I was so overpowered with so many items, like, and so many, like, buffs and stuff that it was actually ridiculous. I'm mad at myself that I managed to lose that run. To be honest with you, like, I think I just got overwhelmed, and you'll see why when I eventually decide to face the boss. Oh, we got another... I'd like to save my totem for the boss if possible. They take quite a while to recharge. So I'm just going to ping it in from afar. There we go. Still don't have any gemstones. Not a single one. Because this thing that I'm over here, it's not, I'm blind. I need a gemstone to open it. So I could open the thing, or I could maybe try and save them up and see if I can buy anything useful from the merchant. But, oh, there we go. What do we have? Oh, an event. Lovely.
The camp lay in ruin. Serene prayers had fallen on deaf ears, leaving a voyage of hope with none at all. The monster's eyes lacked remorse, or even the slightest hint of reason.
Okay. So we got some annoying enemies here. Let's try and get rid of the ads at least, so we only have one person to deal with. Whoop, close. Cool, that wasn't too bad. Alright, so collect all this stuff.
No one can always be there in time.
So...
A sad truth that no hero learns easily.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the narration there, which is brilliant. So sometimes you can come across people you can save and things like that. For example, I rescued a wolf cub earlier on in the game, and now it's kind of like a quest to kind of heal it back to health. So now I've got this, so damages enemies on contact. And I've also got this. It's an item. So I'm not really sure what these do. You can find quest items. As I said, like, I may come across a quest item that is to try and heal the wolf cub, for instance, but I don't know what these items do. I think they're just to have in the house, because I came across a wooden bat, I believe, earlier in the game. I only have one. I'm at full health, and the only thing I can afford with one is the healing, so let's just open that. Anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying? Completely lost my train of thought now. I've forgotten. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, so I came across a wooden bat, and it's just kind of around the house now. So I guess that's something like that. Maybe that'll come into things later. I don't know. Alrighty. So some more morph before we face the boss. I'm going to try and not embarrass myself too much on camera. We'll see.
All 8 eyes studied the one so willing to walk into their own tomb.
That was bad. Oh, God. Oh. Whoop! Oh, that was actually really bloody lucky. Ooh. Okay, try and kill this bloody boss. So many enemies though, that's the problem. Right, I see what you mean about, I think you can see what I mean, what I meant to say. Ow! About getting a bit overwhelmed with this boss. Hopefully I can get her this time. I'm assuming it's a her, because it's spawning more spiders, but I could be completely and utterly misgendering the spider, and that would be bad. Okay, I'm not paying attention, and I'm going to die. Let's heal. Okay, these webs are so annoying. Ow. So the problem is I'm fighting the ads more than fighting the boss. Because... oh, health! Health! Yes, okay. Okay. Even though the game has thrown me so many bones, I am doing so bad. Oh my god. There's too much to pay attention to, I can't. Sorry for the lack of commentary, guys. I'm really trying not to die. Oh, for God's sake. I think I'm gonna anyway.
slowly beckoned to bestow its peace.
Oh my god, sorry guys for being quiet, but oh my god. Finally, holy shit.
The Bergson could go no further. The path blocked. The life crystal, as if filled to the brim with life, started to pulse. A way had opened, a step closer to the spirit at the heart of the caves. But before taking that step, caution dictated a return to home to inform the family of the newfound passage.
Woohoo! Oh my god. Oh, finally, that boss, man. Go die in hell, Spider.
Defeated, the Spider King had been removed from the path leading to the halls of Dire, although the pestering of greedy goblins might still prove dangerous along the way. Uncle Ben was pointing out possible routes forward, speaking of the troubles pilgrims had run into in the Lost Trenches.
Whew. Okay, new souvenir has been added. Yeah, they're still talking about with the bat. So, yeah, it literally is just around. Oh, yeah, you can see it in the top left, the playing ball, and the bat's there as well. Okay, so... Ooh, okay, I'll interact with them in a minute, but let's have a look and see if we can upgrade any stuff. Okay, so... As you can see, this is what I was talking about earlier with the Obelisk Remembrance, efficiency of Obelisk effects. I can't actually touch any of the others, unfortunately. More drop from enemies, unlocks runes with various slots, a few other bits as well, gemstone proficiency. But this is the upgrades which affect the entire family. So I'm just short of movement speed, which is actually really annoying. That would actually be quite useful. But this is actually new. Something new is unlocked. Precision. Increases critical chance. That sounds really good. And I've got enough to upgrade it again. But do I want to get more armor, max health, or more damage? Or save up for swiftness? It's a tough one. I think I'll get another crit, and then I'll save the rest for swiftness. So, anything else? Oh yeah, let's see what's going on up here.
The past holds both the joy and bitterness of time. Sheila could help them, as John said, but Ben could not bring himself to overlook the sting of their past relationship.
So as you can see, while it has these other elements, it is very much a story-based RPG with the story unfolding as you slowly progress. And even on death, there's progress made with the characters. Like, I unlocked all these characters and all this extra stuff in the house, even though I kept dying horribly. So dying never feels that frustrating. That's what I love about it. And the story is brilliant, and the graphics are stunning. I barely mentioned the graphics, even though they are gorgeous alongside the animations as well. Like, I can't recommend this game enough, guys. If you like your RPGs, if this has looked good to you, go and buy it. Go and prove that you're better than me. Not that that's difficult. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, remember to like and subscribe. It does make a great deal of difference. But thank you regardless for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.